Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, and today we are playing Cursed Angels, a deck named, why? Because there's black and white in Angels, and Cursed sounds like kind of a dark and evil thing that would very much go with the color identity of black, and Angels are mostly white, and there's a bunch of tribal angels in this deck. No, that's not the reason for the name. Thinking you're so smart? I'll tell you the reason for the name. The reason is this deck is freaking cursed. It's cursed. I don't know. The draws I get when I play Angels, it's the classic experience of I play against Angels, my removal lines up badly, they have Righteous Valkyrie on 3, I can't remove it that very turn, and they like throw down Fira's Retribution and all my stuff dies and I get double struck to death. Or they play a Giada and heaven forbid I don't kill it, and the next thing you know they have like 30 power in the air and it's like turn 5 or whatever. That's the experience of playing against Angels, right? And then you play Angels and your Giadas don't live and your Valkyries, like if they do live, you never draw another Angel for the rest of the game, that kind of thing. But that can all just be bad RNG. That's the classic Magic experience. I think we all go through this a little with every deck. No, this deck is cursed even deeper than that. It's cursed. The draws I get when I play this deck, I don't know how else to explain, but you're going to get to watch some of them. So that's called a tease. And some of them might be painful for you to see, but they might also be cathartic to see it happens to somebody else. And you'll definitely see me writhing and just suffering. Some of you love that. You freaking weirdos. Okay, fine, whatever. We'll do it. But yeah, we're playing Angels. I still think it's got good spots in the meta. In particular, the Boros deck. I think if you have a good curve, it's a very tough deck for the Boros deck to always keep up with, so I like that. It's pretty good against white, mono white too, because only Brutal Cathar really interacts with their plan. And while Brutal Cathar is great against Fira's Retribution, it's not great against a bunch of other things. I'm not running Starnheim Unleashed. I just found that this meta is so tempo oriented, I'd never had time to foretell the Starnheim and cast the Starnheim, and I wanted more actual Angels to cast. I am bringing in Inspiring Overseer for the first time. I'm also not playing Luminarch Ass Pirate because I'm tired of the card, but there's definitely, like, you could argue that it belongs in the deck to have more 2-drops, but I'm trying Inspiring Overseer for the first time since it was printed, and I've been okay with that card. Liza, I had one of these, I think, in my first Angel deck. This is probably the best card in the deck. I had 4 in this version for a good amount of the videos, but I also added a Sanctuary Warden because I think that this card is just nuts and it's been good to me lately. So we're going to give that a try. Some one-of Planeswalkers to throw the opponents off, like Wandering Emperor, that they don't probably expect from Angels. Elspeth, very good in Angels, but I don't want to craft more. I could definitely see playing another Elspeth if you want to. Then we've got the removal. I've got 2 Vanishing Verse, 2 March of Otherworldly Light, and a March of Wretched Sorrow. I found the March is really good. In particular, you have a Myria's Call, which you can exile, and you have expensive black cards like Liza that you might draw multiple copies of that you can exile to March of Wretched Sorrow to make these an earlier removal spell, and it's often worth it because Angels is very much not a grindy deck. It doesn't draw a ton of cards. It's very much a tempo deck, so you need a really good curve. You need like turn 1, especially if you're on the draw, if you can turn 1, exile something from your hand and remove something, it's often worth it because for the rest of the game, you're just like, rah, haymaker, 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 and they've got to start answering you. As long as they can't get you 2 behind, they're going to have to pay attention to your board. So that comes up a lot. And then I have 1 Meathook Massacre, a sweeper that they also probably don't expect out of Angels, but it's an adjustable sweeper, right? So you can adjust it to not kill your Righteous Valkyrie, but kill all of their 3 toughness things, or not kill your Liza, but kill all your other 4 and lower things because you get them back anyway. So I'm excited to play the deck. I think Angels has a spot in meta where it can be very fun and it has some good matchups. It's just when I play it, I feel cursed, and you guys are not gonna believe what this deck puts me through. I'm wearing the Danger Zone shirt. I'm still in Command Fest Indianapolis, so I'm not recording an outro. But don't worry, I'll tell you you're cool in just a moment. We caught up with all the patrons I had before I started doing the shoutouts in the last video, but I've had new signups since the shoutouts started and began. So thank you very, very much to those of you who signed up. And we're going to shout out the new members right now. So a shout out to Mr. Bones, to Austin Tyranny, that is not tyranny, it's tyranny. Austin Tyranny, that is definitely not it. To Phoenix Dark Dirk, who just edited their pledge and went all the way up to the top tier of $29.99. Shout out to Dominic Lamuschio. You guys all have shark tokens on the way if you're in the United States because you signed up at the $9.99 or higher tier. Shout out to Volker Schmidt and shout out to Daniel Weishart. Thank you. On that note, we're going to dive in. Let the cursed angel nonsense begin. And as always, you're cool. Okay, one land. Welcome to the deck, guys. Better. So on the play, do we just bottom the Elspeth? Probably. Trust that we'll draw more power, but we might not draw more land. You know it'll be a mirror, right? Matchmaker doesn't know what else to do with you. If they have the Giada, though. Oh, acquisitions expert? That's mean. That is pretty mean. When you're on the mulligan, you don't want to see that. Start the beatdowns. Can they remove the Valkyrie? Probably, but not yet. All right, that threatens. Oh, okay, that works. That works. Should I have played around that? I don't usually play around that. Wouldn't have cost me much to do so. Probably should have played around it. Now we'll find out if the opponent can find action for these Valkyries in time. Hopefully they're relying on something like Meat Hook Massacre. Ouch. Oh, they went for the Liza, even though I don't have the mana for it. All right, couple more turns. Does the opponent find a solution to a 6 toughness youthful Valkyrie? That probably won't do it. I get 2 extra damage by playing this, but I get 2 extra damage by attacking with this too. That, however, is a very large Giada threatening lethal. All right, opponent Shadow's Verdict would do. We get a Winky, we get a bye-bye. All right, just play some angels. Sometimes it's good enough. All right, we are curving. Let's go. I mean, we have 2, 3, and then draw something, and then Liza. Hopefully we get to play Liza. Swift Water Cliffs. Of course we draw the 3rd one. Shuffler is fine. Should have just locked my first draw step into the 3rd Liza. Well. Uh-huh. Oh, he has land. We will. Nice. Play around Twari. If they still, you know, drew another one. Okay, that one resolves. Alright guys, we're gunning for a top-decked land. The good news is we can cast most of the cards in our deck. Whatever we draw. Of course we'll draw the Warden. That's okay. Okay. Another Valk. I attack you. I have high toughness flyers. What you gonna do about it? Nothing. I mean, if this isn't a Goldspan Dragon, I don't know what a Goldspan Dragon is. Okay. That's a card too. Fire 1, because it's really good against Goldspan Dragon. Whenever another non-token creature you control dies, return that card to owner's hand. Interesting. So if I play backup Liza, it's like giving it vigilance? Oh, tell me they're gonna like throw multiple spells at this. Oh, they missed their land? Nice. Okay, so there's a few ways to do it. I could attack with Eliza, then play another, and I would just get back the other one. It doesn't really make board progress, though. I could also hold up Wandering Emperor. If they... God, if they go for a Goldspan Dragon, knowing that they missed a land, the Wandering Emperor is so good. Uh-huh. No reason to float there. It gave me the basics test. I'm a straight A student. Nobody expects Wandering Emperor from this spot, right? From Angels? I mean, a deck with busted white cards plays busted white cards? Oh god, it's this deck. Okay. Well, my Wandering Emperor looks a lot worse. On the bright side, you can just try to gain more life than they have cards in their library. So they try to win with Kazul's Fury Body of Research combo.
We must protect the people.
So what's that going to be, like a Fading Hope? Yeah, I mean, a counter on this does get it over the burn down the house, which is their primary way of dealing with the board. So maybe I do put a counter here. I haven't seen Fading Hope yet. Maybe I attack first, counter second. I could always make another knight if they bounce it. Big surprise. Alright, so I'm 23. So if I play this, then the next turn, the Liza gets a lot better. They could Jwari this. Do I care? I have another. Okay. Play around, burn down the house.
Show them how we greet our enemies.
They are at 7, so they're facing lethal pressure. They do have 7 cards in hand. A full grip's worth of ways to try to beat me. And they do probably have invoke Calamity, so they're gonna get back Fading Hope. Verse is probably not gonna do it, right? This creates a multicolored creature? Yeah, that's not very good. That's not very good. So I'm pretty sure I'm just not gonna hit with anything here because invoke Calamity is going to stop me. Goodbye, Wandering Emperor. Yeah, this is... Angel's probably gonna die here. They're a little too clunky and slow, and this is not the matchup. As long as they draw decently, a good amount of Fading Hopes, and a good amount of Invoke Calamities, they should beat us most of the time. Also, by the way, drawing 3 out of 3 Lisas in the top 8 cards is not generally a recipe for success. Okay, well, they used one just for that. That's nice. We'll take those. And again. Maybe we end up needing them all? Oh, wouldn't that be appropriate after all this? Wouldn't that be appropriate? Three burn down the houses. Can we has another? Pass. Time to top deck that Invoke Calamity. I just want its house burnt down, but then I get it back anyway. I am trying to keep this in reserve. All right, 27. We got stronger. And here's the Calamity. Now you get the body. 36, 36. Okay. I can't kill it because Vanishing Verse is not as good as I hoped it was. Kizil's Fury? That works. Flung! Flung out of the game. And it been feels like I've been flung out of heaven oh so long. Dude, I fired up Angels looking to dunk on some critters. Where are the critters? There they are. Critters spotted. And we'll see if the critters dunk all over me. All right, Blizzard Brawl test. Opponent passes. They make Magic look easy, don't they? Careful what you wish for, or you'll just end up on the draw against a creature deck that absolutely clowns you. We got 2 turns to make this count. Do they have Oddity? They're only down to 2 cards. Okay. Might be another brawl. Might be another brawl. How do we play it? Let's try the 4-4. 4/4 gets too big for a brawl from these guys. Okay, they found a troll. Last card. It is a brawl, and they top-decked the troll. They needed that, and they got it. All right, we go to 5. Overseer? Overseer. Do we try to go to 6 here and draw the land? The other option is to verse this. If we verse this, then we go to 1 anyway. And then next turn, we could draw land and play Liza. So that requires a land on top of our deck anyway. So let's go for it now. Easy. 0 deaths. Do not top deck Ulvenwald Oddity or a fight spell. Thank you. I think I want to trade with the 2/2. Double strike. Lucky me. Big ol' life linker. Oh, it's like, that's bad. Okay, let's see what they draw. A land. Does that mean they get to max up this layer? If they do, they can't attack with the pack leader. That's a mistake. That's a big mistake. Got him. All right. Now what? Any of our angels that we block with now will live. We could hit the minus button on this. If we miss, it's a disaster. An absolute disaster. Gamble. Oh, actually, no. We just plus, and we put the vigilance counter on it, right?
Show 'em what you got.
Because now we don't have to block. We still have a creature back, and now we have 8 life. That's the play. Good night. Ooh, green made that scary, didn't they? Does an angel contemplate my fate? Wait, you're an angel? I'm playing angels. Weird. How did it know? And do they know the places that we go when we're gray and old? Keep, draw land or die. Whatever. Excuse me? The hell are you? And what were you doing around my library? I report people to judges at tournaments for that kind of behavior. Blue-white control. Nice. I need a card. Idot has lands. If they have a good enough draw, they're just gonna run me over. Like, just answer everything, never lose. But we're gonna give it a try. They don't have a Doomscar yet. I like playing the Gyata there. Mixed mana. They're probably gonna use their mana to answer something. If there's not a land on top and we draw, it's a disaster. I do know, though, from playing the blue-white side of things, it's not as easy as it looks. The angels, they're hard to kill, and they keep on coming. Although, obviously, they usually need multiple lands to be effective. Okay.
Run away. You'll
Alright. Well, if you're just never going to draw land after keeping your hand, you're probably not going to win. Big insights, I know. Nico. Going by the name Monkey 2. Well, it's not a 2-lander, so it's much better. It doesn't have any removal. That always makes me nervous on the draw, but we'll give it a shot. Also, yay, our 6-drop in our opener. Why wouldn't it be there? All right. I mean, we could flood out from here and I'll regret this, but considering that we want to get all the way to 6, I think the Skyclave's the play. Rooney's without a creature yet, so you know they have a Runeforged champion next turn. Good news is we can march it. Runes probably kick the crap out of Angels, don't they? Just friendly mid-range. Oh, that's not a Runeforged champion. Okay. I guess we'll see. It's really good with the march if we need to throw a card from our hand. Draw, it's Giada. We still haven't had a Giada Font of Hope, like, go off queen game. I don't know if we ever will. I play too competitive for that, I guess. Oh, look, this plane's got a rune. Oh, nice. Right, here comes a visitor. Here's a champ. Or some would say the champ is here. Probably get a rune of haste so they can speed up this critter right here. We'll see. What you got? Yep. Alright, since they don't have a red source yet, I think I'm supposed to exile this while they're tapped out. I think I also want to get you down, so I can play Sanctuary Warden next turn and try to just pressure them through the air, so... This is kind of a Hail Mary. We don't have a lot going after we make this play, and we really hope that they don't have a red source or another Runeforged champion. And if that's the case, we've got a good shot. All right. But they don't have lifelink, so they're just trying to smork me out. It's so, like, racing them is so bad. It rarely works in your favor. But we're gonna try. Oh, that has lifelink, though. We play that or the Warden. This is technically more, right? Because we play this, and both when it blocks we gain life, and it has its own toughness that represents. Oh, look how huge it is, too. All right, let's see if they can beat us. Does this count as Giada going off? There's lifelink. Okay, they're gonna gain 10. God, it makes me so angry when they do this. So angry when they do this. I'm gonna get back the Giada, right? So blocking with it's probably okay. What do I have to draw? I have to draw a removal spell anyway. Down to 4. Up to 11. No removal spell, and now they have 23 life. One of these goes off, the other flips. I hate runes. I hate runes so much. I guess we'll remove the shield counter because it's not power and toughness. Needed 2 removal spells, only drew 1. Where's the Vanishing Verse this time? It's not good. That's not good. In fact, that's game. I hate runes so much. Poor angels. All right, opponent goes first. It's another 2-lander. We're trying to go for a record 4 games in less than an hour where I never draw a 3rd land. So let's see if this is the one. I'm gonna root against myself. Maybe that will fix the bad juju. Okay then. Let's call that my finest victory yet. Not gonna lie to you guys, this video has been a bit of a dumpster fire with the amount of just non-games. Hopefully, though, I can send you off on a good note. Valks and Retributions, let's do this. Strict Proctor. That's obnoxious. It does mess with me. Like, these have to trigger. Sagas still trigger, though. Sure. Yeah. Well, I don't want to let the wolf flip. So I would love to use this. So the right play is what? Am I just going to kill the wolf then? What I really want to do is kill the Proctor. I'm going to try to kill the wolf. Maybe I can kill the Proctor with a Retribution. Yeah, opponent is flying high, aren't they? How to do it. So next turn we do get a March for 3, which could hit the Blade Historian. Should we kill the Slasher and take double strike here? I don't think so. The problem is the March doesn't hit the Slasher next turn. Take 8. So much. But the March tries to gain it back. Okay. Untap. Black Source. Go. Hopeful. Doesn't have haste. And one card left. Fateful Absence. My Valky is dead. Kill it. Now it loses double strike. We just take 1. And hopefully our powerful cards can start taking over the game. I think we did pretty well navigating all that. What a weird video this is. The games are such messes. I guess that's magic sometimes.